Have a great day, dear students. Today we are going to see the chapter 15, which comes under the title e-commerce. So, in olden days, how the commerce or the trade will be conducted. The customer directly in person move to the market, checking out the variety of products, choosing the required stuff, purchase them and then pay the specific amount. This is the traditional way of commerce. So, in this traditional method, nowadays they have changed into selling and buying the goods, services with the help of technology. So, this is said to be as an e-commerce. So, before that, a successful business, how to maintain a successful business, any person who is quick to identify and adopt the new innovation or technology, who are using the opportunities available in the technology, can expand their commercial capabilities and they develop their business more successful. So, this is how e-commerce got introduced. In 1996, IBM coined the term e-business. So, here e-commerce is a subset of e-business. E-commerce is a subset of e-business. So, what is e-commerce? Any transaction, that is monetary transaction between the with the help of internet, we are transferring the amount, or we are transferring or giving some services, or buying goods or products, or selling some products, or sharing the information is said to be as an e-commerce. Then what is e-business? So, in e-business, the entirely depends on the internet. The intra-company or the interior activities of the company, producing the raw material, finance, manufacturing, selling, and everything will be handled with the help of internet, is said to be as an e-business. So, here e-commerce is limited with monetary transaction with the internet, and e-business is totally, it depends on the internet. That is, every actions is to be handled with the help of internet. So, here in this picture, the e-business is totally based on 4 terms, that is network infrastructure, multimedia content and publishing, messaging information and distribution, common business service infrastructure. Those are the 4 pillars which are used to maintain the e-business. So, e-business is grounded on the technologies with these 4 pillars, that is network infrastructure. So, எல்லாமே இன்டர்நெட்ல தான் மெயின்டைன் பண்ண போறோம். அப்ப ஒரு கம்பெனி ஆரம்பிச்சதுல இருந்து அந்த கம்பெனியோட அக்கவுண்ட்ஸ், ஃபினான்ஷியல் டிரான்சாக்ஷன், செல்லிங், marketing, everything will be handled with in the internet. ஸோ அந்த பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணுறதுலேருந்து, இப்போ ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட்டை நம்ம விற்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா அதை பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணுறதுலேருந்து, அந்த ஆடை க்ரியேட் பண்ணுறதுலேருந்து, தட் இஸ் மல்டிமீடியா யூஸ் பண்ணி ஒரு அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட் நம்ம உருவாக்குறோன்னா அந்த அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட்லேருந்து, அந்த ப்ராடக்டை செல் பண்ணுறதுலேருந்து, ஸோ எவ்ரிதிங் வில் பி ஹேண்டில்டு வித் த ஹெல்ப் ஆஃப் இன்டர்நெட் இஸ் செட் டு பி as an e-business. So, it is based on 4. First one, network infrastructure, that is internet, intranet, extranet, and everything will be maintained. And then next, multimedia content and network publishing. Suppose you are creating an ad for our product, in which, as we have studied in first lesson, how to create a multimedia with the help of audio, video. So, everything will be handled with the help. And if you want to create a website, we have to use the HTML or PHP program, and we have to create some ad. So, it is a multimedia content publishing. And then message information and distribution, that is what email IDs. We have to create an email ID, and for our company we have to create and maintain some EDIs, and totally all the inventory management will be handled with the help of internet, and totally this also manageable in the internet. And then common business service infrastructure. So, lastly we have to deliver the product. So, how to deliver the product, that also has to be maintained through online. So, online transaction maintenance, and then supply chain maintenance, totally evlo stock irukku, evlo vella poirukku. So, everything will be totally managed, and electronic payments. So with the help of UPI or Paytm, how we are getting the how we are receiving the payments. So entire thing is based on the internet, and these are categorized into 4 pillars. You can understand through this picture. And then next, when a company can be called as e-business? When a company has the ability to conduct business on the internet. So as I have told already, everything must be maintained with the help of internet. There is no physical branch office or something else in the entire world. It is totally maintained with the help of internet, electrically managed, and it manages payment transaction through the internet, and it has a platform for selling product and services through the internet. Then this company is called as an e-business company. Then we are moving to the topic e-commerce. So what is e-commerce? As I have told already, it allows the customer to exchange the goods and services, and it is limited with the monetary transaction. Only you have to send the transaction or selling or buying the goods or information or services with the help of computer network. It is said to be as an e-commerce. So it could be a consumer based retail sites. So it is totally based on websites. That is, e-commerce is totally based on websites. We are going to either sell or buy the product, and we are going to pay the amount with the help of internet, or we are going to share the information. So here the goods, information and services are delivered. It is said to be as an e-commerce, and either it can be tangible or electronic form. What is tangible? தொட்டு உணரக்கூடிய பொருட்கள். So physical items like computer, accessories, clothes, whatever it may be. And then electronic form. In an electronic form, so any softwares or game apps, musical albums are said to comes under this category of electronic form, and those goods or informations are shared. It is said to be as this process is said to be as an e-commerce. And what are the goods here? For mobile phone, digital camera, and information sharing. How we can send the information? We are subscribing some newspapers, some scientific journals or manuals, papers, or some books, e-books. From e-books we are gathering some information. So it comes under the category of sharing information. And then sharing services. What kind of services? Matrimonial app and the job placement app like Naukri, Monster, some other apps are there to give recruitment or the placement for the services. And then tangible form of goods. In your often asked question is what is the difference between tangible form and electronic goods? Tangible goods na physical items that can be perceived by the sense of touch. And then electronic goods na the components which are controlling the or allowing the electric current to pass through them, and with the help of them we are changing the information. It is said to be as an electronic goods. So what is the transistor, diode, capacitors or comes under the electronic goods. Electronic form of goods na electronic form of goods அப்படினா musical albums, games download பண்றது, softwares download, these comes under the category of electronic form goods. Next, evolution of electronic commerce. What is the evolution of electronic commerce? Or creation or the history of electronic commerce. So the history of electronic commerce is totally related with the history of internet. So internet develop e-commerce develop ஆச்சு. So e-commerce is basically possible when the internet was open on the commercial use. So before that, as we have studied in the history of internet in the 11th lesson, I think 10th lesson or 11th lesson about the history of internet, in that what we have studied, ARPANET is the first connected networks within the universities which are used to share the information between the researchers and studies. So from the study side or some research side, when the internet is allowed to the public or to the this commercial use, internet was open to commercial use, online shopping was started, and thus e-commerce start grow. ஸோ எப்போ அலோவ் பண்ணாங்க, எப்போ வந்து இன்டர்நெட்டை எல்லாரும் பயன்படுத்துறதுக்கு இந்த எஜுகேஷன் சைடில், அகடமிக் சைடில், பெரிய பெரிய ஆர்கனைசேஷனில் இருந்து பொதுமக்களுக்கு எப்போ அந்த இன்டர்நெட் அப்படிங்கிற யூசேஜ் வந்துச்சு, அதன் மூலமாக தான் நம்மளோட இ-காமர்ஸ் வந்து டெவலப் ஆக ஆரம்பிச்சிச்சு, ஆன்லைன் ஷாப்பிங்லாம் உருவாக ஆரம்பிச்சிச்சு. அது எப்போ அப்படின்னா, when the National Science Foundation opened the internet to the public in 1991. And then the vastly developed global internet community, that is those are the people or the common name for the IT based companies is .com. So இங்கே .com அப்படின்னு பார்க்கும் பொழுது .com fintech அப்படிங்கிறதெல்லாம் என்ன அப்படின்னா, a group of people. .com is said to be as a common name for IT based companies. So who are using the technology, network technology, or comes under some name called .com companies. And then here fintech is extension is financial technology. It is an industry that uses the technology to improve the financial activity. So it is called as fintech. So an internet startup had appeared and strong foundation of electronic commerce are continued to build. Next, it also provided the sustainable entry point for small and medium enterprises, not only for large organizations. It also paved the way, that gives the way to small and medium sized companies. And then the internet has transformed from ancillary, as I have told already, from the academic and large organization into an enriched communication medium that extend all part of the mainstream of the society. So from the small organization to large organization, we can access the internet easily, and we can use the internet with the help of computers or mobiles, so that the e-commerce start improved or flourished. In 1979, Michael Aldrich is an entrepreneur who proposed a technique that enable the online transaction processing between the consumer and the business, or between the business. So it is later called as an e-commerce. So he introduced a technique which allow the user or business to business, which allow the transaction or processing between customer to business or business to business with the help of computer, television and telephone. These three things are commonly together called as teleputer, that is telephone and the computer and television. So it is together called as teleputer, which is a machine he invented in 1980. With the help of that, he introduced or he communicate with the customer. Nowadays we are using that internet ads or some apps like Flipkart, Amazon apps are there. From that we can purchase a product. In olden days they have used the telephone lines and television, which used to make the transaction between the customer or consumer and business. And then next topic is, as we had seen in this picture, in 1960 first they have interchanged the companies to carry out the electronic transaction, and in 1979, as we have seen already, Michael Aldrich invented teleputer, and he created tele-shopping method, that is NAPTOL. You just remember that NAPTOL. What they have give one phone number. With the help of that phone number, we have to contact with them, and we have to from the TV we have see that we see the number for the order, and we through the phone we have to place the order. Then they have stored it in the computer and it has to be delivered to our address. So it is the easiest way. First what they have introduced in 1979, and with the help of this they have first what they have purchased in 1994 they have purchased a CD, music CD, which cost $12. This is the first transaction happens. Then Amazon introduced in 1995 a book, the science book, which was sold. This was the first item of Amazon sold. And then eBay sold the laser pointer, a broken laser pointer, in the year of 1995, in the month of September. Thus, like e-commerce got improved. And as in this picture, 2009, India's total e-commerce sales is 3.9 billion American dollar. So it was give vast improvement. So this is said to be as a growth of e-commerce. It is also related with the internet. As internet grows, this product is also grows. And if the lot more users are increased, so assume that you are having one shop. In your shop the customers are increasing. Now what you open some branch office and markets, you improve, your market increases. As the market expands, the business organizations are attracted and the more business are improved, and as more business are improved, then a vast competition starts. So there is a competition between two. In same street there are more than one shop are selling the same product. Now the competition rises. As competition rises, the innovation starts. Thus technology, then development of technology increases, and this facilitates the e-commerce growth.